Hjikicgakjawi, Hjikicgakjawi. Today we're going to be talking about traveling verbs. This is the last module for this cohort. So today we're going to be going over a couple of traveling verbs. Give me just a second. Okay. So we'll be going over two traveling verbs today, Howare and he. Both of these verbs are going to conjugate differently. And when we get to the practice portion, we will be using the TSOV sentence structure, that is time, subject, object, and verb final. Okay, so pay attention to that when we get that far. Now, if you haven't gone through all the modules, you're going to be probably a little bit lost here. If you have gone through them, then this should still be pretty challenging because we are putting everything together that we've learned throughout the whole program so far. So I would recommend getting a book out if you have a book to help you. If you have your notes, I would recommend doing that as well. That's going to help you. Now, the only thing that we're asking you to do is write these sentences down and go for accuracy. Now, remember, there's a lot of moving parts, especially when we're talking about future tense, present tense, and past tense. Everything's going to be a little different. So let's look at the first verb. The first verb is Howare. Okay, so up here on the top right, it says that Howare is used mainly for present and future tenses. Okay, so Howare means to go towards a place. It doesn't say anything about getting to the destination. It just means you're going towards that destination. And I accidentally hit the button already. So the third person form is always the base word. So down here, third person, he, she, or it is going towards something, Howare. And then I already hit the button. So first person is going to be Howade. Now you're going to notice that the only difference is one letter. All right. So when we make a whole sentence, that one letter can change the meaning of a sentence, whether you're talking about him or her or talking about yourself. All right. So that's first person, Howade. I go towards a destination. Second person is going to be Howashede. Howashede. All right. So quick question, Hachinja Howashede. Where are you going currently? Hachinja Howashede. One other thing that I should probably say about this is that the verb itself is kind of a current thing, Howare. Kunu ga dejopeja Howare. Kunu is currently going towards Madison. Okay, so you don't need a positional for this particular verb. You can just leave it at that. All right. So once again, first person, I go towards Howade. Second person, Howashede. And then third person, once again, is the base verb. He, she, or it goes towards is Howade. All right. So the difference between first and third, Howade, hard T sound, and then third person, Howade. All right. A little difficult, but we'll get there. All right. So let's practice this. So what I want you to do is get your book out, get your notes out, get a pen and pencil, and practice these words. Now, like I said, we're bringing everything back that we already went over, including kinship, including time, towns, things like that. And we're going to use these verbs with some of the things that we've already learned. So remember, it's time, subject, object, verb final. And also remember, you know, if it's future tense, you're going to have to put two indicators that we're talking future tense, one at the beginning and one way at the end. So go ahead and pause the video right now, work on these sentences, and when you press play again, we will check to see how you did. So go ahead and pause the video now. Okay, so question or sentence number one. Tomorrow, my mother is going to go to Madison. Now, when I write these sentences out, I'm trying to make sure or make that we're talking future tense here. not going towards now. She is going to go to Madison. So she hasn't left yet, but in the future, tomorrow, she is going to go to Madison. Okay, so let's see how this sentence plays out. So the sentence is, Hainigi hiunihara de jopeja huwarekshine. Hainigi hiunihara de jopeja huwarekshine. Okay, so remember I said we need two indicators that we're talking future tense. One at the beginning, Hainigi, the gi on tomorrow is future tense. And then at the end of the sentence, we have shane, or some people say jane for future tense. Okay, so we have all this, the hallmarks of a basic ho-chunk sentence here. Hainigi, time. Hiunihara is the subject. Dejopeja is the object. And then we have the verb at the end. So time, subject, object, verb. That's basic ho-chunk sentence structure, all right? Sometimes you won't have all those elements of a basic ho-chunk sentence, as we'll see in the next two sentences. So the next sentence is, are you going to go to lacrosse on Monday? So if you already, went through, paused the video and went through all these sentences, we'll go over the sentence right now. So, are you going to go to lacrosse on Monday? If not, you can pause it again and work on it. But so the sentence is, Hamcheki hinungwaseja huwa shedekshene. Hamcheki hinungwaseja huwa shedekshene. All right, so once again, hamcheki, time, and then hinungwas is the object in this sentence. But when we're conjugating verbs, that's where you, the word you, would come into play here. So hamcheki hinungwaseja huwa shedekshene. Are you going to go to lacrosse on Monday? Future tense. Okay, and the final sentence for this particular verb is, today I am going to go to Milwaukee. Today I am going to go to Milwaukee. So I haven't gone yet, I haven't left yet. So I'm going to go at some point today. Future tense. So let's see this sentence. So hamte de Hjikicgakjawi huwa dekshene. Hamte de Hjikicgakjawi huwa dekshene. All right, that's it for that sentence, or that verb. Okay, so the next verb is he. He. So that's kind of like to arrive there or went there. Let's just leave it at that. I don't want to confuse, people on the definition of this particular verb. So typically this is going to be used for past tense, not always, but that's how we're going to use it today. All right. So third person is he. He or she went there, past tense. First person is going to be ha-he. Ha-he. I went there. Second person, rahi. Rahi. Did you go there? All right, so once again, third person, he. First person, ha-he. And second person, rahi. All right, so once again, we're going to bring up some sentences, pause the video, and work them out. See if you can get them correct. So if you didn't remember all the little nuances within, the language or the sentence structure the first time around, try to remember to do that this time around. Now, obviously that was future tense, so this is going to be past tense, so it's going to be a little bit different. You don't need to add shane at the end. All right. So go ahead and pause the video, and when you come back, we'll see how you did. Okay, first sentence. Yesterday, my mother went to Madison. Yesterday, my mother went to Madison. Janane hiunihara de jopeja. Janane hiunihara de jopeja. Okay, once again, sentence structure, TSOV. So, janane is time, hiunihara is the subject, de jopeja is the object, and then the verb at the end, he. Janane hiunihara de jopeja. All right, second sentence. Did you go to lacrosse on Monday? Did you go to lacrosse on Monday? So I'm using the same towns for this, so you don't have to, think about that too much. You can just, use those from the initial 3 sentences we went over. So, Hjikicgakjawi. Now notice it's not Hjikicgakjawi, that's future tense. Hjikicgakjawi hinungkwaseja rahi. Hjikicgakjawi hinungkwaseja rahi. Question. Ask it in the form of a question. All right. Third and final one. The day before yesterday, I went to Milwaukee. The day before yesterday, I went to Milwaukee. Okay. Gushichanane de shishikeja hahi. Gushichanane de shishikeja hahi. All right. Remember, gushichanane is past tense. Gushichanangi is the day after tomorrow. All right. So hopefully you guys did, really good on that. I know it's kind of a lot. We're putting a lot of the stuff that we've gone over in the past and brought them back for these sentences. Some of it you might have forgot already. Hopefully, you have notes and you have books and things like that that'll help you to remember, some of this stuff. So the only thing we're really focusing on is sentence structure and accuracy. So hopefully you guys did pretty good on that. So that's all for today, and that's pretty much all for this particular cohort. Hopefully in the future we'll be able to come back with some more videos for you guys to continue on where we left off here. It's going to be a little bit in the future. So everybody that stuck with us this long, excellent job. Keep up the good work. You guys are doing good. And we will see you again. Hjikicgakjawi.